Yo, welcome back to Containing Luxury. So on this episode, if you can see my face, oh, hi Danny. We're gonna be discussing coronavirus and containers. Is this an issue? Let's get started.
New alarm bells ringing tonight of the coronavirus outbreak in this country.
Okay, so coronavirus and containers. So I actually had no idea that that would cause an issue, but I should have known better. We were purchasing, and you may have seen on the container video that we just purchased.
Right, we see the location we have.
We had a really tough time. We were trying to find a 20-foot high cube new shipping container. So apparently there's like no such thing as a used high cube unless somebody random is selling a high cube, because they're like a specific one-trip purpose container. They don't really manufacture them. It's something that was imported and then they have one sitting at the port and they're either gone or they're sitting there. But there's like no such thing as a used high cube apparently. That's what every company I spoke to told me. So if I wanted a high cube, I had to wait for a shipment to come in that was in a high cube so then I could buy that container. Now, apparently because of coronavirus, nothing had been shipped in the last like 3 weeks, they said. So there was no high cubes anywhere around. The only place I could find one was somewhere in Texas, and the shipping costs were gonna be like $3,000 to get it here. So I was like, well, that sucks, because it was only like a $200 difference in price for a high cube versus a new one-trip standard container. And that extra foot of height is a big difference on interior space. We ended up going with the one container we could get because everyone wants to see us do another build. And we were like, man, we gotta make sure we keep our subscribers happy. So we went ahead and we bought the 20-foot standard. So I paid $2,800 for that one. But coronavirus has apparently stopped the accessibility of new containers coming into the US because 90% of them are coming from China. So this actually turned into a pretty big issue. Like I'd said in the video that you were purchasing the container, it took us a lot longer to get a container than we thought. Like we kept having to talk to all these different suppliers, and then only a couple could even get us new containers. And then the prices had also gone up. So that's something to consider, that as we get further into this, that it's not always gonna be that we all just have a nonstop supply of new containers. Your designs may have to start utilizing a lot more of the old containers because those are pretty much everywhere. There's tons of them. So don't get caught up on, okay, I'm gonna use a new container all the time, because it might come into one of those supply and demand issues such as coronavirus drastically affecting the availability of new containers. We still could have gotten tons of used ones. Those weren't an issue, but we really wanted to use a new one on this build because of the fact we used an old one on our previous build. Just to show you the diversability of different builds and different applications, like we're gonna be welding our frames on this one. Previously, we did non-welding. We used an old container on the first one. Now we're gonna use a new one so that we can really be that educational purpose that you can kind of get the grasp on all the different ways to use these things. So anyway, that's how coronavirus has actually affected shipping containers. But we hope this has been informative and useful for you. And if it has, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, Danny, well, this vicious puppy, yeah, she's not so vicious. She's pretty sweet, actually. She gives high fives. High five. So subscribe. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Containing Luxury. Out.